Boden Gerry of Carrabassett Valley Academy is reaching new heights in his snowboarding career after 9 years of training. I stopped by CVA to learn more. Boden Gerry earned a competitive spot on the U.S. Snowboardcross development team.
There only being 16 people on the U.S. team for Boardcross kind of makes us like a close-knit community where it's all like super supportive and really awesome. It also kind of symbolizes how difficult it is to make the team, so it's definitely a huge accomplishment.
Making the team is a big step in his snowboarding career.
It will allow me to go to a lot of training camps and help me out with a lot of training opportunities, and it will put me in the right direction towards going on to the pro team and then going to World Cups and then hopefully the Olympics.
His support system starts with his parents, Chuck and Rochelle.
They got me into snowboarding when I was about 4 years old. I was actually a skier originally, so big thanks to them for that as well. And then coaching, I've had many coaches over the years.
He'll be traveling to summer training in Utah, California, and Chile.
It's really amazing to be able to do all of those things and experience all these different places.
Next up is the 2023-24 FIS season. Gerry is hoping for a top 3 finish in the NORAM standings to stay on the U.S. team and earn a World Cup spot. Gerry said that while managing his schoolwork and travel schedule can be stressful, it's still a fun experience.